गाइस, वेलकम टू माय ब्लॉग। तो आज पहली बार मैं ये वीडियो बना रही हूँ। ये इग्नो फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर का अभी एमएससी जूलॉजी का एग्ज़ाम होने वाला है जो 18 जून को है। दैट इज़ वहाँ पे बहुत न्यू चैप्टर्स है, बहुत न्यू टॉपिक्स है। तो आज हम पढ़ेंगे MZO001 का इम्पॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस इग्नो का, जो बहुत ही इम्पॉर्टेंट है। तो चलिए फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। सो द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज़ हाउ द ओरिजिन ऑफ क्लोरोप्लास्ट एंड माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया ऑकर। सो ये सबको पता है, एंडोसिम्बायोटिक थ्योरी। तो एंडोसिम्बायोटिक थ्योरी ये क्या करता है, हमको माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया एंड क्लोरोप्लास्ट का ओरिजिन के बारे में एक्सप्लेन करता है। दिस ऑर्गेनल्स आर बिलीव टू हैव originated from prokaryotes that were engulfed by early eukaryotic cells. The engulfed prokaryotes establish a symbiotic relationship with the host cell and eventually developing into mitochondria and chloroplast. So basically here in this condition what happened, the prokaryotic cells, that is the prokaryotic organism that were engulfed by the eukaryotic organisms at that in the previous year. Then this engulfed prokaryotes establish a symbiotic relationship in the eukaryotic body of the animal or the cells. Then within the host cell, eventually developing into it then finally developed into mitochondria and chloroplast. Now let's see with the help of one diagram. Here we can see there is a diagram. In a first symbiotic event, the ancestral eukaryote consumed the aerobic bacteria, that is the prokaryotic bacteria that involve into mitochondria. Then here you can see that, wait, I am showing you with the help of, so here you can see the nucleus. This is the nucleus and this is the aerobic bacteria. This eukaryotic cell has engulfed the aerobic bacteria, then this has been transformed into what? Mitochondria. Did you understand it? It has developed into mitochondria. Then in the second step, in the endosymbiotic event, a descendant consumed photosynthetic bacteria that involved into chloroplast. Then the photosynthetic bacteria that has been engulfed by the eukaryotic cell, that has become the chloroplast cell. So we all know chloroplasts are present in plant cells, so definitely it will contain the photosynthetic bacteria or the photosynthetic organism. That's why then it will transform into the modern photosynthetic eukaryotes. And here the another different, it has been divided into chloroplast and the mitochondria. So modern photosynthetic eukaryote this is, and this is the mitochondrions. Inside the mitochondria has been developed, and this is the basic symbiotic theory of the origin of what? Mitochondria and chloroplast. Now let's move to our new next. So in details, mitochondria are thought to have evolved from aerobic prokaryotes, likely related to the alpha photobacteria that were engulfed by an early eukaryotic cells. This engulfed prokaryote provides the host cell with energy through cellular respiration, and in turn the host cell provides the prokaryote with a protected environment. Then the chloroplasts are believed to have evolved from the photosynthetic prokaryotes, that is the cyanobacteria, and that were engulfed by eukaryotic cells that already contain mitochondria. So at first the eukaryotic cell has consumed the mitochondria, and then after that it has engulfed the chloroplast. So that's why here it has been said that the eukaryotic cell has already contained the mitochondria. This photosynthetic bacteria provide the host cell with the ability to perform photosynthesis, converting light energy into chemical energy, that is the sugars. So this is our half answer. This can become for 5 marks or the 10 marks. Then for more detail or more idea, we can also write the supporting evidence for the endosymbiotic theory, or I think for 5 marks that much is also enough. And if this question will come for 10 marks, then we can write this as well, and we can draw this diagram along with this, so it will generate the good impression. Then the supporting evidence for endosymbiotic theory: first, it has the dual membrane. Both mitochondria and chloroplast have two membrane, that is the outer and the inner membrane, suggesting they were once separate organisms that were engulfed. Now the cellular DNA. Next, like the prokaryotes, both mitochondria and chloroplast have their own cellular DNA, and that is separate from the host cell's DNA. So mitochondria and chloroplast both have been developed from the prokaryotic, and it has engulfed inside the body of the eukaryotic organism, so they have the separate DNA. Then after that, the ribosomes, they possesses ribosomes similar to those found in the prokaryotes, indicate their bacterial origin. That means they both, the mitochondria and chloroplast, has been developed from what? The bacteria. That's why they have the ribosomes which are found in prokaryotes. Then the binary fission: mitochondria and chloroplast reproduce independently of the host cell through the binary fission, a method of cell division used by prokaryotes. Then the similar size: mitochondria and chloroplast are similar in size to prokaryotes, and the genetic similarity is that the DNA sequence of mitochondria and chloroplast shares striking similarities with those of bacteria. So with this, our 10 marks, this question ends here. Then after that, we can draw this diagram as well. Now let's move to another question. So basically, this question I have taken from the assignment, and after so many research I have found this question, and this is my written form of question. So the question says here: describe the biological significance of the cytoskeleton. So here I have drawn the structure of cytoskeleton so that the examiner can see the diagram and just the points, and they can give the marks, because they will not give much time. The cytoskeleton is the dynamic network of proteins filament present in all eukaryotic cells. So what is cytoskeleton? It is a protein filament present in eukaryotic cell, and basically cytoskeleton is present in the cytoplasmic area. Okay, so it has basically three components. One is the microfilament, which is called the actin filament. Then the second is intermediate filament, and the third is microtubules, each with distinct function. They all have specific and the distinct function. Now let's move toward the first, that is the microfilament or the actin filament. So here the structural support and the shape maintenance. The cytoskeleton maintains the cell shape and provide mechanical support. So this microfilament or this cytoskeleton, this provide what? This provide the cell shape and provide mechanical support to the cell, so that the cell can do all the functions and mechanically it can move as well. Then the intracellular transport and organelle positioning. The cytoskeleton act as highway system for the transport of vesicles, organelles and the macromolecules. Through the help of cytoskeleton, what happens is that there is the transport of vesicles. The different vesicles transport from one cells to the another cells, or one organs to the another organs. This process is essential for cell function, where vesicles carrying the neurotransmitters travel along the axons. For example, we have learned the neurotransmitter, how the neurons are transmitted, how the messages are transmitted from one neurons to the another neurons. Like that way only the cytoskeleton help in the transmission of the organelles, macromolecules or the vesicles. So basically you learn this important points. Okay, then intracellular cell movement. The cytoskeleton enables cell motility. That means helps in the movement of the cells. Motility means movement, which is essential for processing like wound healing. When there is a cut, then it helps in recovering Then immune response and embryonic development and the organism development. Then comes the fourth point, that is the cell division and chromosome segregation. During mitosis and meiosis process, the cytoskeleton is crucial in chromosome segregation and cell division. Actin filament also contribute to cytokinesis, and cytokinesis means the breakdown of the gene cells, this part. Okay, then the final steps of cell division by forming a contractile using that pinches the cell into the two daughter cells. When there is a binary fission or the when cells divide, then it forms the daughter cell, the similar kind of cell. Then the endocytosis and the exocytosis, this is the fifth point. So the cytoskeleton facilitates endocytosis, the process of engulfing material into the cell. When the material is engulfed inside the cell, it is called endocytosis. Endo, inside. Okay. Then exo means outside, release of the material out of the cells. In summary, then for 10 marks or 5 marks as well, we can write the summary in a very short 1-2 lines. The cytoskeleton is vital for maintaining the cell shape, enabling movement, facilitating materials transport, and supporting the critical processes like cell division, endocytosis, exocytosis, and signaling. So that's all for today's video. If you want more such videos or more such questions like this, please write in the comment section. I will definitely provide it, and it is going to come in the exam for 100% sure. It is very much important question, so definitely you are going to get the 10 to 20 marks in your exam. So thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel and help to go. Bye.